If you're an entrepreneur, you're a business owner, you're a real estate agent, you're somebody that just wants to get into video, but you're nervous about what it's going to look like, how are you going to do it, where do you begin, what if you don't look good on camera, you've got some sort of insecurity that's stopping you from getting that ball rolling. Here's some things that I've learned that have helped me start to grow an audience, get engagement, and most importantly, get the people reaching out that give me the affirmations that I'm doing good work. Okay. So, number one, I was really nervous at the beginning because it was like, hey, I'm Josh, or like, do I say what I want to say? Like, how do I start? Right. Like, like just all that little stuff that like I don't want to be cheesy. I don't want to be the person that's like, hey, Billy Blank's here. But number one, just start, right? In the first few hundred, I made like 100 videos in the first 60 days of working on video. I didn't keep any of them. I literally didn't keep any of them. And at first, I was kind of disappointed. I was like, man, I suck at this. I made 100 videos and nobody is even going to see them because I won't put them out. But here's what happened is that I got really comfortable with just creating and going through the process. And then I found a little bit of rhythm, and I'm still getting better. I'm not an expert, a guru by any means. But what I can tell you is that I'm experiencing the benefits of being able to just get in there, create some content, talk about something, feel a little bit natural, feel a little bit confident, and people are taking notice because everybody knows you want to be on video. Everybody knows that you want to actually have people coming towards you. YouTube, still an incredible source for organic traffic. Facebook, all these other areas, people take notice even when they don't like, click, view, subscribe, do all that stuff. And it shows up in some of the coolest ways. So, number one, just get going. Just get in there, I did a little bit of research. I literally spent $300 on this podcast setup. I spent 150 on my phone setup, and I've literally created over 1,000 videos, and I've just kept the best ones that made the most sense, that I like the most. So just get started. You can look on Amazon. I know that can be a little bit of a analysis paralysis, so to speak. If you have questions, just email us, josh@ponoisms.com. We can give you our exact setup that works for us. And it's not the most high tech. It's not the best. We will be upgrading. We will be spending more money, but you don't need to spend $2,000 or $3,000 to get a huge, awesome setup with some glowy lights. In fact, get yourself a whiteboard. Everybody's like, whoa, this is big time. Just kidding. But it's funny that people will actually highlight that, right? Number two, people are watching and people take notice in a good way, right? Because people see you putting yourself out there. People see you making content. People listen even when they're not liking or sharing or whatnot. And the way this shows up is private messages. I had somebody the other day that just said, hey, it looks like you're working really hard. I want to talk to you about an investment property. Okay. That stuff feels so good, right? That's that hand raising. I'm coming to you. I like what you're doing. I have trust in you, and I'd like to talk to you more about what we can do. And it's happening more and more and more. I get agents that'll reach out to me. Hey man, you're putting out some really good content. How do I get more of it? And you can plug them right in. And most importantly, you're helping people. Okay. So number two, know that people are paying attention even when the comments aren't really high, or you're not getting a ton of engagement, or you post a video and it's got like 6 views or something. Just keep putting it out there because it's the consistency that it took about 30 to 45 days from when I launched that new channel to really start going on. Okay, number three, short form content. I know it's been beaten to death. Short form content, less than a minute, filmed with an iPhone, loaded on YouTube, gets a lot of action. And some of the videos that we're posting will get 3, 4, 500 views. I mean, keep in mind, this channel is only 30 to 45 days old, depending on where you really see it starting and the content being posted. But it's starting to get a good following. People are also noticing. I was at a party the other day and somebody was like, hey, I've seen your stuff. It's really, really good. It sounds really great. And I'm taking notes and I want to move that stuff forward. So it's encouraging to others, right? Putting yourself out there inspires others to go out and put themselves out there. And now we're helping people help people, right? The last thing that I'll talk about is in this business, there is a sea of misinformation. If you're a real estate agent, you know that there's a lot of bad real estate agents out there. Some of them have commission breath. Some of them are very new. And even though they're trying the hardest, they don't know what they don't know. And there is a huge gap for really good information. Okay. When you're on video, you have the ability to talk about a topic that has some sort of challenge, right? And so if you focus on the challenges that your customers face, and you just talk about that. It's really easy. If you're a real estate agent, you could talk about what's the most important thing about an earnest money deposit. You could talk about what's the most important thing that you can do as a buyer to get your offer accepted, like getting a full underwritten approval prior to looking at homes. If you're a seller, what to look out for when you go to stage your home, or what to look out for before you list your home. Painting and staging. These are the two easiest ways to recommend an improvement to the property that'll almost always get your return on your investment. You know your customers' problems. Just write out your solution of exactly what you say to them when they ask you in person, and make a video about it. Okay. Couple cool quick tips. YouTube only cares about really two things. And I got this from Mr. Beast, who's like if you don't know who Mr. Beast is, look him up. This is the expert on YouTube. Guy's got, over $1 billion channel. And what I mean by that is his valuation on his channel is absurd, because he literally puts out a video and it gets millions upon millions of views. He gets more traffic than the Super Bowl commercial. And he does it for making some of the craziest videos out there. He was saying they care about two things. Can you get people to click on it? And can people watch it? Right? So the formula that I've been using that's working really well is, one, I made all these funny photos of thumbnails. There's a Primal Video. This guy named Justin Brown at Primal Video. He has a how to use thumbnails quick and easy. I literally learned that. Are they the best ever? No, but are they working and improving? Am I getting traction? Yes. And so again, I make a thumbnail and I think to myself about, like, what's the hook, right? What's the issue with that I'm addressing? So if I'm talking about the number one way to get your offer accepted as a buyer before you ever even go tour homes, I might make the title something along the lines like failed offers, or lost out on the property, or lost in competitive offers. The problem, what's the problem? Something relevant to that person that's going through it. So that way, if somebody's scrolling through and they see a video that's like losing out on offers in real estate, they're like, shoot, I just lost out on 2 homes. Yeah, I want to see that video. And when they open up the video, it says, hey, if you're a buyer that's looking to figure out how do you get your offer accepted at a much higher rate, here's the 2 things that you can do right now that don't cost you any money, that will help you get your offers accepted at a much, much, much higher rate. Okay. You give them the problem. In the very introduction of the video, you say, I'm going to handle this problem by X, Y, and Z, and here's your solutions. If you have any more questions, reach out to me, call to action at the end, and move forward. Okay. I personally am not putting a lot of call to actions, because I'm just making content that I love, that people will get value from. And if they reach out to me, That's great. I'm truly just trying to help people. If you want to use it for marketing, you always got to have that hook, that incentive, that call to action. Hope this helps. If you have any questions, you let us know. You can reach us at josh@ponoisms.com, and we can get you connected with some really good information. Be well.